really showing your true character there. So
Yeah.
Bella and Nana, do you guys wanna show what women will actually do if they are facing something like this?
Lepas tu Aina.
Yeah, in my opinion, okay, before we pass the mic to Bella, who might use violence, well, I think if I'm in his position, I would firstly, of course, who won't be mad when someone you trust do like that to you, right? So if I'm in Justice position, I think I'll just be like watching him like seriously. Then I'll just be keep quiet. I'll just quiet, I'll just be quiet to don't don't act while you're angry, right? So maybe he might have his own reasonings. So maybe later after things are calmed down, I'll go and talk to that person. And also, I quite really don't agree with what Manny is showing to Justice because Manny is not having a strong standings. Because in his heart, he doesn't support Jared, but just because he feels that he doesn't want to be isolated, so he supports. Although that statement is against his own stances. Ella?
No, I'm not going to use violin. But I'm the type to cut people off. But this is our best friend we are talking about, right? So I'm going to talk things through lah. So I probably not going to use violin, but if we realize that Justice is actually not fond of Jared and not trying to befriend Jared, instead of doing that, we should try to befriend Jared and work things out. Like try to talk to him, like try to influence him to actually respect our culture, our own skin. Like don't try to just don't like it from behind. Like don't just observe thing. We should just talk things through and try to do something, do some action.
You guys all play the good guy here, so let me just be the bad guy. I mean, I am not exactly the bad guy, but
Again.
but if but I guess there will be some of the people will do this if their best friend is doing this because in this situation I think that instead of being mad at our best friend, um, let's put best friend out of the context. I think I will be mad because he is not um protecting his own races. He's being with the majority races, which is white people that uh, even though even though even though what is it, many is giving a half-hearted answer like yeah of course I am something like that, right? But he's still like why he didn't stand up for his own races, why he didn't stand up for African American. So I guess if I were to be many, and I believe that okay, I'm trying my best not to be prejudiced here, but based on what I've observed of Instagram and TikTok, you know that some African American women will have like seriously high temper and they have that high pitched voice and they will be like they um wake up abruptly and slam their dishes on the table and what the fuck do you say that something like that lah, like they will go on rampant and why they will back up blah 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 because they just have a fight in their class where Jared is definitely discriminating the African American. So like and then many still many still hang out with them. So maybe perhaps that's what the bad guy will do. But in this case, I believe Justice is a really good guy, so that's why he just stay quiet and then he goes to his mama and tell her everything. But her mama say that's not. I mean, don't be a crybaby because her mom taught him to be independent, right? Okay, so I believe all parts have been done. So let's move on to the summarizer. Or do you guys want to add something before Nas actually
I will
gives his
summarize
summary?
No, I think
summarize
that
this
sum it up.
chapter. Or do you have anything? No? Okay, so I will summarize it. So I already had written it, so it will not be it will be quite wordy. Okay. So in this chapter we can see that Jared, Manny, Kat and Taylor are sitting at the senior lounge talking about what happened during the class. So Jared still insists that Benny's family is a proof that there are no discrimination toward African American. Jared also used his experience in a play where he acts as a black man as a proof that equality is already achieved because a white guy can play as a black guy. So all four of them agree that equality is achieved. However, Benny actually disagrees in his heart. When Justice returned to home, he confronts his mother to talk about the situation that occurred, and his mother told her that people that make history rarely did fit it with rarely did fit with others. Justice still in the dilemma on how he can handle the treatment of being an African American. So quite wordy, right? Okay.
Yes, definitely.
I can see your
So,
eyes moving.
So
so
next,
anything else to add?
anything to add? Anything that I left?
I guess we can start with chapter 5, maybe.
Chapter 5. Yes. So, start with me, right?
Hello, can you hear
Depends.
me?
Yes, we can hear
Yes,
you.
yes. Uh,
Okay, okay.
so everyone ready for chapter 5?
Yes.
I'm ready
Yes.
for chapter 5. I think we can start with some vocab first, because vocab is very important, right?
You really like vocab, Yana?
True.
It's determined
Let's
to
read it
increase
in
its
vocab.
knowledge. Okay, so
Increase
for
our
chapter
knowledge.
5, yeah, for chapter 5, you could see in the page 33, in the second paragraph, second line, they wrote there, Jared's been on a crusade to prove things. What does crusade means? Do you guys have any idea?
I don't know. I don't have any idea.
I think I have a little bit of um what do you call like image.
Knowledge.
Crusade is like jihad. I don't know. I feel like
Uh-oh. Your
like
use of
Yes,
word is magnificent.
I feel like things like that. Jihad.
true. Answer just translated English
Yeah.
into Arabic. Congrats. So in Malay, it's called perjuangan, or it's actually a lead or when you take part in a vigorous campaign or social, political, or religious change. So in this situation, Jared is in a crusade. He's really trying to prove that equality has been already reached. So yeah, that is Jared's perjuangan jihad. That's
He's
all
he's
for
in a
vocab.
sinking crusade then.
Yes, he doesn't realize that only he is supporting his team. His friends
Can
all
we
are just
say
like,
crusade like battle? Like, for example, Jared's been on a battle to prove things. Is it?
we could change crusade into battle, but I think
It's
they
not
are
that.
similar but same. Yeah, you are
Oh.
there, but you are not.
Uh,
It's okay.
There, but you are not there.
you're getting there.
It's actually perjuangan.
Mm.
You
Oh,
berjuang in the
okay, okay.
battle.
I understand. I like that word.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe after hearing a few words, maybe we can hear a few passages from Anta.
Guys,
Messages too.
alright, based on Bella's question, right? In a sentence, you can use like a crusade against crime. So it's just like similar, like a battle against crime, a crusade against crime. Yeah, it's quite similar.
Oh.
Thank you, Miss Vocab.
Okay.
This
Thanks, Bella.
vocab, what do we call a losing crusade? A crusade that will never win.
I think losing crusade will do.
Oh, all right. Thank you, Miss Aina.
I think it's losing crusade.
So if we finish with Miss Vocab, we can continue with Mr. Passage. Right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
Mr.
we
Passage.
have
Yeah.
time.
Okay. Okay. So the main theme of this chapter. No, no, no. I mean the main issue with this chapter. Um, the guy who wear the Klansman or you call KKK costume. So
K.
what is Klansman costume KKK? It's like um anti-Muslim, anti-Christian, anti-black man group. So basically it's like that. So let's look at the page 34. The first paragraph. Blake tah too. Blake takes it too far. He's dressed as a Klansman. He's got on the white robe with the circular lead and white cross patch on the chest, and he even has the pointed hood with the eye holes cut out. If Just didn't know it was a costume, he'd be a little scared. So, do you guys have any opinion on Blade costume? It's quite controversial if I see it in real life.
Classmate is a white supremacist, right?
Yes, yes, yes. I forgot about that. It's white
Yes.
supremacist.
White supremacists. So they are like pro-white activists and they don't like the black man. So when justice and a black American, one of the most hated people from the class back, see that Blake wear that robe, he felt like, oh no, this is very, very dangerous lah. Because he's going to take a walk with him. It shows that he's completely okay with being with a white supremacist. While a white supremacist will always kill or do anything bad with an African American. So I think that this passage shows the whole chapter. Do you guys agree? Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
I
I agree
agree
with
Yes,
with
that.
yes,
that.
yes.
Because Klansmen is just not, they are not just any anti people. Like you can find a lot of anti people on the street, anti white people, anti black people, but they don't just be an anti black people, but they also kill. They kill and they tortured all the African American. I mean, at their time to call it black people because they are being very, very, very racism with everything other than their own kind. Basically, they are rejecting all the other kinds of religions and people except for themselves. I think they should just live in peace. But anyway, um, I really don't understand why they are doing this whole equality brigade thing, because if they are trying to build equality, why they are still wearing their own costume like like I mean Jared is being a political and Manny is being attacked and Justice is being the token black man. Why don't they swap? There will be more like equality. Like why don't Jared be a thug and then Manny can be a political man? So I really don't understand the whole concept about this equality brigade thing. And when I read this, I just mean like, what the hell is going on in their mind? Yeah, something like that.
Agree with you. But I feel scared when you call that hero because it feels quite sensitive.
Sorry, I was just playing with thing in my passport. I will hold a glue.
Blue, okay. Something opposite. I think that's okay. So any other message do you want to share or that's all? Maybe others can continue.
Actually, I want to talk about add something about this Klansman thing. After I read about this passage, I look up at internet and I saw an article about, I don't remember exactly, the teacher or the student get arrested for this costume. So I think, in my opinion, no matter how you dress or no matter how you race, what your race is, uh, there will always be like racial barrier. You know what I mean? It's like uh the thing that naturally divide us from. from other race and other group. But there's a benefit from being different from everyone else. Actually, this has mentioned in the Quran. Uh, where he said that um, God has made us different so that we can get to know each other. Uh, Actually, I don't think there's any more passage to add. Um,
Okay. Do you have anything else, Ansa?
I think that's it.
Okay, because I have a question just right with Ansa's just right with what Ansas have just stated about the Blake wearing Klansman costume. Do you guys really think that Blake deserves to be punched in the face because actually he's just getting along with Jared's idea, but I know he come up with the Klansman costume by himself. But do you guys think he really deserves to be punched? I mean, if you guys were to imagine you guys being a black man and you guys saw some random American people wearing a Klansman, what would you guys do? Do you guys
I
just
mean,
straight up go to him and punch his face?
Punch him.
of course, because
Punch
I'm
him.
black and he's wearing the white. No, no, no. In the perspective of a black, I know I'm black, but in the perspective of a black person, uh, in the perspective of an African American, to be exact.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We
So,
understand that.
Yeah, know your boundaries.
person wearing a classman outfit, so of course I will like punch him because I don't want him to do anything to me. Is well, obviously, if you saw a classman, you will thought that he will kill you. So better that we save our life. Aja.
Okay. Aina, Bella, Ansa, do you have anything to say?
No, I think it's like a common sense. It's like a national and like like a national sense. Like everybody know that's the boundary that you cannot step. Klansman is a big no, especially for an African American people. And you are hanging out with them, trying to portray that as a big equality brigade, using a KKK costume. That's just a big no. So in my opinion, he deserves to get punched.
Yeah, because it is straight up that Klansman is a terrorist, right? So I guess like just Bella said, it's a common sense that just don't wear something offend other races, right? Okay, so that is my first question. My second question is, do you guys will actually join this equality brigade thing if some of your friends actually ask you to join it?
No, 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 no. Absolutely no. I think no need explanation here. The absolutely no. Okay, just kidding. Um, I think the equality brigade is more like an ideology thing. So I have an ideology that oppose Jared ideology. Uh, so that's uh, a reason why think I shouldn't join the equality brigade.
Okay, so you but Nas, Bella, and Aina, do you guys have any other opinion, or do you guys will just straight up um ignore the equality brigade thing?
I think
Well,
Anna.
actually, in my opinion, I agree with Ansa. But at the same time, I think it's not something. Okay, they want to promote equality, but that's not the way. They have so many other ways. But why they wanted to choose something that could risk controversial? Like you have limits for everything. So try not to touch something taboo or sensitive to other people. So yeah, I'll go with Ansa's opinion.
Okay, so if it were me, just like I said earlier, I can join this equality brigade thing only if Jared changed the whole concept. Like let's make it vice versa. Let's make white people wearing African American costume, and let's make the other way around. And if Jared is making it like that, I will definitely join because it's like I am trying to show the real equality there. Like white people can also be a thug, and African American can also be a political man. Yeah, something like that. So I guess Bella have a lot of things to connect with this chapter,
Oh,
I think.
I forgot about that. Okay, let's go to page number 34. So the big issue is Black's costume, right? So is this the same thing? I think everyone can relate to it. Let's look at passage paragraph number 5 from below. 5 from the last paragraph. So Black's costume is, well, you saw it. Okay. The dialogue depicts that they are trying to oppose that idea, but they didn't try to stop Black from wearing that costume. They just proceed with the action. So I think everyone can relate to this, especially when it comes to like, okay, based on my experience. For example, during examination back in the old days, like in standard three, form three, my friend is form three and you are still cheating. So I was like, I didn't cheat, but I didn't tell people about that. And guess what? Uh, I'm included getting accused that I cheat too because I befriend them. Yeah, that's what they call your surrounding reflects yourself, right? So I'm one of them. I
Tough
get,
luck, Bella.
yes, I get caught and
Oh, if you want to talk about this, I have an experience too.
okay, you can share.
During my form five, there are some of my friends that um you know he sub vape English, what is it? He sub
Sucking.
Zak serious ah?
Vaping, vaping.
Vaping. Yeah, that's the right word.
And vaping So I think all of my or a lot of people in my batch know that they are smoking. Yes, there are some people only. But however, I am one of the people that get accused because I didn't tell the warden that they are vaping and smoking. So I almost got JDK.
Alhamdulillah,
Still
Nas.
there.
If not, you were not. You will be not in KMP, right? You've got a
Alhamdulillah.
record.
Yeah.
I guess things like this usually happen when actually whatever we do will get on the good side. Like if you tell teacher, your friends will get caught, but if you stay quiet, there's a possibility that you will not be caught, but there's always possibility that teacher will find out too. So I guess in Blake's in this context, like if they tell Blake don't wear that costume, and then Blake will be like, so what you want me to wear? You have any costume for me, or do you don't want me to go? I guess Manny and Justice is just trying not to start a fight. That's why they just, well, you saw it and they just let it go like that. But then like I just said, they let it go and something else came up and Blake got punched in his eyes, which he deserved it.
Yeah, there's consequences for everything that we did. So possibly we should stop Black from coming. Better not go than getting punched. Right? So bad apples spoil the whole barrel. That's the connection that we can relate to our real life situation. Moving on to
Mana
Nas.
I
Oh,
think
do you
we
guys
can
have
summarize
any okay?
this chapter. Or do you guys have any other
Similar
additional
similar
information?
event.
No, no.
No, Nas, you can
I
go.
still
You can just
different?
take the summarizer.
You can.
Summary.
Okay. My my summary is very long, so I'll try to make my own. So as you can see in this chapter, um, the four groups, Derek, Manika, and Taylor, And this time included with Justice, go to the Halloween wearing suits like some racial things. But however, they are wearing their kind of their what they like the white guy wearing the white people's
Stereotype.
identity. Yeah, their own stereotype. They didn't wear the different stereotype. So after around actually 5 minutes when they go out for Halloween, suddenly Blake is punched because he's wearing a grass band from a group called Black Jihad. This group is Manny's Manny's cousins friends, right? I think Manny's cousins. Yeah, I think silence is yes. So Manny's cousins friends. Uh,
Yes,
Yes, yes,
they befriend
yes,
Manny's
yes.
cousin.
okay, okay. Okay. So and after they get into a fight, then this is the love story that start to happening. So when Justice returned to home, she found out that there is a missed call from HJ, and they start to chatting. So actually SJ one just feel caring about Justice because he knows what happened, right? But however they got carried away. Okay, I think that's all. Do you have any additional info for the chapter? I think that the love
And
story
this
happening is
chapter,
very cute. Unlike
Yeah, that's wrap the whole chapter.
I never felt that. Okay, that's the whole chapter. We can continue with.
oh, I guess I've got one thing to add. One thing I
Oh,
realized in
okay.
this, sorry, just a little bit. One thing I realized in this chapter is like even though Jared and his friends is being indirectly racist here, but you can see the Black Jihad group. They are being conserved by themselves. They are not trying to mingle with any white people because they thought, oh, they are treating us equally. But they themselves, they are not trying to improve it any better. They just okay. They don't want to friend us. Let's not friend them too. They are being like that. I guess if those two sides are not trying anything to correct the situation, so it will get worse. At least the black people try not to isolate themselves with their groups only. Like they are being racist with white people too. So I guess like the racism don't come from the white people only. They also come from the African American people too. Okay, so that's all from me.
Yeah, I also have something to add here. Like, to be honest, it's better to get punched by Manny's cousin because Manny's cousin's friend because you might get a lot worse circumstances when you meet someone else
Yes,
that doesn't know you.
someone that
You might get
uh,
killed or something.
oh, you get find there. Okay, so we can move on from this chapter and we go to the best chapter in the novel, which is chapter 6. So anyone want to start?
Okay, I want to start with this chapter because I like it so much. No, just kidding. Okay, my question is, if you were Justice, who would you choose? SJ or Mello? Nas and Ansa, please be honest because Melo, I know Melo is so he is so pretty. Please bear in mind Melo is so pretty, but SJ has an intelligence. So which one would you choose?
I don't think this question is can be answered. This is quite um.
No, no, no. Everyone must answer this question.
No. I think this is quite
Nas,
personal.
you must go
Our
first.
choice.
Nas,
You
you
have
go
our
first, Nas.
choice. Okay, I think it is obviously SJ. But I don't know. In real life, I would pick which one because yes, if I think logically, it is SJ. Yeah. But if I think about others thing, I don't know. Actually, I'm not sure whether it's SJ or Melo.
So we all know that Nas is looking for someone pretty. Okay, she's only look at the beauty outside. Let's all reject Nas. Okay, Ansa, what about you?
Not pretty.
Okay. 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 Wait. Okay, so I think I need to be honest, right? About
Please be very
my
honest.
okay. So I think okay, to be honest, based on my personality, so uh I've answered the 16 personalities test, the MBTI, right? Um, so I got INTJ, the architect or the mastermind. So I looked at the strength and weakness section. The thing I most remember at the weakness section, uh, it says that I am romantically clueless. So I think my choice would make me probably suffer in the future.
More
I,
that's
huh?
more accurate, I
Like,
think. We don't know
be,
actually
be,
because we actually do not know the real Melo and the real SJ.
yes, that's the
Yeah.
issue there. We
And
don't.
even this thing is personal. I think we cannot talk about it in this discussion. No, no,
I
no.
just want to give a simple advice to Nas.
No, no,
Beware
no.
of the girl that maybe perhaps you'll be cheated on.
Oh,
How come if I didn't have any relationship, how can I be cheated? Ah, I've never been in a relationship.
No, you
same.
have a
Right.
point there.
I I am same like Nas. I have never been in relationship before.
I think I
Inshallah in the
understand
future,
you.
okay? In the future, in the future. Okay, thank you, Nas and Hansa. That is
Thank you
on
for
the
Ayat for
perspective from
the
the
great question.
welcome.
Ah,
Very
Okay,
great
that is
question.
from the guys' point of view. Okay, what about Aina and Bella? If you guys got a guy that is actually really handsome, but then on the other side you got a good friend which is really always back you up with, and he's also clever too. So which one would you choose? The hottie or the mind mastermind? I mean, the
So
mastermind.
we can tell that SJ is a keeper, right? Yeah. To be honest, but
I don't
he is
understand that.
a keeper.
Yes,
You know,
keeper.
a keeper is like someone that wouldn't cheat on you, but she's probably a hopeless romantic. Like she never experienced love, and meanwhile, Justice, she usually in a relationship. So I feel like being with SJ is quite an obstacle because she is someone that probably hard to but she's a hopeless romantic, right? So anything that we do is going to be fun for her. But I don't know, I agree with Melo to be honest.
You go with Melo, eh?
Yes, of course.
I really didn't expect this because we got 3-0 here, 3 for Melo, 0 for SJ.
No, no, no,
Okay,
no.
what about
I think SJ.
No,
Hey,
no. I
okay,
think
no,
I
no.
will go for SJ actually.
Okay, I think I will go for
Okay, okay, and Sinus. Okay, Aina, what about you?
In my opinion, I think we should go for both. No, just kidding. I think it will be SJ. SJ.
Why Aina? Why is that so?
Because in this story, SJ is described as someone who is mature, right? So I think if we see in justice perspective, it's not fair for him to be treated like Belu will come and text back whenever she likes. Well, it's not fair, although she's like gorgeous, right? But still, I think justice shouldn't be treated like that. I think SJ is a better option for justice. Thank you.
Okay, thank you all for your answer. Okay, so to be honest, if I am justice, I wouldn't go for both because okay, first, in the previous chapter they already stated that Justice caught Melo wrist deep in other man's pants. I swear to God, if I caught my boyfriend sleeping with other girls, I honestly wouldn't get back with him or her, no matter how.
So I think we have a bit of problem here.
It's
So
quite amusing.
Hey,
let's
she's getting caught by her family. So we can proceed with right, passage selector
Okay, I
or
guess I guess I can continue. Sorry.
okay, okay.
okay, we
Okay,
can continue.
can I continue? Okay, so okay, where okay, so
Please hide.
if I definitely wouldn't get back with that man and rejected him for my whole life. Whereas with SJ, I didn't get my mom's permission because SJ is white people, and Justice mom actually didn't ever want to accept if his son has a white girlfriend, and SJ is actually white people, so that's why if he is going to he is going to get in a relationship with SJ, he will be in a big trouble, which is his mom. Perhaps her mom will actually did not want to accept him as a son. I don't know, but maybe in the future her mom will actually accept. But um yeah, I mean, I would never go against my mom, so that's why I wouldn't choose either of them. Okay, so after I've asked you questions, I guess Bella have a lot of things to connect with what I've just asked all of you to relate. I guess this chapter is so relatable.
Maybe
Okay, about connecting this passage. Okay, we can go to page 41. Go to paragraph 2. But Martin, I can fall for SJ. My whole life mama's told me, don't you bring home a white girl. We are talking about a woman who lucky this is Melo for looking white. Can you imagine what kind of reaction I get if it were SJ? Melo and I broke up again, by the way. Okay. So this shows that her mother really despise a white girl or slightly white girl is also a big no. Um, well, what we can relate here is mother knows best. So do you guys have an experience where your mom already warned you about something and you guys did it and yes, you accept the worst circumstances?
I have a really simple example. Like my mind said, "Don't run," but I ran, and then suddenly I fall. It's just that in the blink of an eye, I just go against my mom's word, and then I get the punishment. Yeah, things like that always happen to me. So because things like those happen to me, so I do dare to go against my mom. Okay, that's all.
Yeah, what do you guys think in this situation?
I agree with Ayat. I think in the back there, your mom must be really proud of you. And yeah, our parents really have a wide experience, so they they have been through what are we going through right now. So I think for justice, it might be really a dilemma whether to choose what his mother wants or what he really wants. That's from my perspective.
Yeah, it's either you guys get instant suffer or suffer in the future. Like for example, maybe when Justice marry with SJ in the future, she probably regret it something and why didn't I hear why didn't I listen to my mom? Right that. So is there anything you guys want to add? No.
I don't think so. I think
Thank you,
you
Uh
just said my
Bella.
point actually.
anyone opposes their mom or something?
No.
No, 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 no.
I think
Yeah,
maybe it's
I
a
oppose
little
my
bit,
mom and I
but
already
no.
get the punishment,
Oh.
so I don't think I'm going to repeat it.
Yeah, instant punishment will be there.
Yeah, fool me once, shame on me. Shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Okay, proceed to who? Summarizer. Oh, vocab.
This is chapter 6, right?
Yeah. Oh, Miss Vocab haven't said anything?
Yeah, no.
No.
Okay, so Although, okay, first the vocab that I found, there is two actually, in page 45. Firstly, in the first paragraph, which is the word scowl. Scowl is actually a facial expression which is like angry or frown your face, right? When you are angry. So in this situation, we could see that when Melu just arrived, SJ's smile melted and she gave a scowl, like an angry expression. So the second the second word is in the next page, which is in page 46. The second last word, which is saunters. Saunters actually mean like walking leisurely. Um, for example, like Nina sauntered into the room. That means like walking in a slow, relaxed manner. So instead of telling people like you're doing a leisurely stroll, you could use the word saunter.
Saunter.
You get it?
Thank you, Miss
Yes.
Vocab, for the new information.
Welcome.
Right.
Now we need Nas to sum things up.
Okay. No?
I guess
You
Ansa
don't
didn't
want to pick any
set
passage?
Oh,
the
Yes.
I
passage.
forgot about
Miss,
that.
Mr.
Why do you
Passage,
forget about everything?
Mr. Passage
So
Okay.
didn't
sad.
set anything yet.
It's okay. It's just human. And so,
So all about this chapter 6, uh, I got the feeling of joy from most of the passage. So I think I will pick two where I feel uh the rush of happiness. So the first one in page 42, uh, under the line of where it says the holy s juice holy s word. Um, no, actually at page 43. Whoa, congratulations, Justice from SJ's mom, and at the boy, Juice Master from SJ's dad. Actually, at the boy here means same like what mom SJ's mom said. Congratulations. Who's been calling him that since the first time he showed up at SJ's house to work on debate stuff. So um, the passage that I picked here, um, um, it shows that Justice is really happy about the result he get. He get admitted to uh, Yale University, right? Or
Yes.
Yale,
Yale
Yale.
University.
Yale
No,
University.
Yale is like YOLO, you know.
Oh, okay. My bad. Okay. So,
Okay. Make mistake.
hmm. So if you got some kind of assume that you guys got admission to your dream universities, right? Um, do you think it would be the best feeling you ever had in your life?
Best
yes.
Of
feeling, yeah.
course. Everyone want to go to Yale.
Everyone must have their best feeling, right?
Yes, I thought that you guys will say that. So what if when you go to that university, um um you guys will have a hard time study there. Like when you go to other country, you got discriminated because you Muslim or something. What will you do about that?
I guess if it were me, I have already expected that to happen since I am going to another place which is really foreign to me. So maybe I guess I will expect the worst thing to happen first and prepare myself so that I don't really have a mental breakdown when I actually face it. So, but I still, no matter what preparation I made, I know that I will still feel sad and isolated since all people aside from us are different. So I guess I understand what Manny is actually feeling. And on top of that, he didn't expect that to happen. Meanwhile, I already prepared myself. So many, justice must feeling worse than what I thought.
So I think other than I think you guys would be prepared, right, for something like that, right?
Yes.
No, I think I might have a mental breakdown, but I won't go back to Malaysia. I just going to cope with it, no matter what. Just don't do things that you regret. Like I will think through before I went to Yale. So probably just go through
Yes,
with it. Go
yes.
follow the flow.
Yeah, well, in my opinion, like I've actually seen somebody like they always get mocked, or like they just move to one new place and they usually get mocked because of something. So what they did is actually, okay, this is like in a school area lah. Then they studied really hard because in school, yeah, what we could compete other than studying, right? So that person like really studied hard, and that made other people to shut their mouth because, yeah, what you can see, you couldn't, they actually prove their qualities. Yeah, I think if we are in that place, we should prove what we can do to people, that we deserve respect.
Okay.
Did that someone cope with that? Did that someone do that? Aina?
What? Sorry, Bella.
Does that person do something like what you said?
Yeah, they actually did that. So they really studied hard and they managed to, yeah, actually to shut others' mouth who mocked them. So I think we could proceed with summing up the chapter, right?
I think we
Wait, wait,
can
wait,
sum
wait,
up the
wait, wait,
chapter.
wait, 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 wait,
Oh,
wait. I thought I said
why? You
I
want to hear from me?
no, no, no. I said that I want to show two passage actually. So do you guys want to hear or not? Or
Sure, sure. For answer everything can.
okay, okay, okay.
But quick, quick.
Okay, quick
Okay.
one. Page 44, the last line. When he turns back to SJ, her smile is melting off her face. So, what actually happening here? No, just quick. Uh,
I think SJ is being offended by what Justice has just did because he snaps his hand from SJ when Melo comes storms in. So I guess SJ thought Justice still have feelings for Melo. That's why he snaps his hand. But I guess it's just a reflex because yeah, Melo is his ex, right? So that's why he's feeling like, oh, my ex is coming, something like that.
Hello? SJ?
uh, I can't hear you.
Hello? Hello? Do you hear
Okay,
me?
okay, okay. I can hear.
You can hear. What is the passage again?
Last line of page 44. When he turns back to SJ, her smile is melting off her face.
Oh, okay, okay. So I
Okay.
think we can summarize.
Okay. So I has
Oh,
already explained. So we can summarize.
okay. So I think we can summarize this chapter. So this chapter is about, okay, mostly about Jared. No, Jared. Justice and SJ. In their starting to bloom relationship. Okay, it first start with uh, justice get an what is that application form get accepted lah. I think the easier way to say is get accepted to Yale University. So the first one that he calls is just why do I say SD? The first one he calls is SD before he calls his mother. So it shows that actually there are some things that in his mind that he will tends to talk to SDA first. So okay, do that. Can after that the next day, I don't know. I think this chapter is more about not about racial things actually, but it's about between
It's like
Rainbow
uh,
scandal.
side of the story.
whether to pick SJ or Melo. I think this is like the main point. I think if you can see at the last one, like Melo is trying to seduce. Right? You see, right? That he's trying to seduce. Ah, that's where he's like um dilemma into pick something someone like Melo or someone like FA. I think that's just the summary of the whole thing. There's not much to talk about. And the yellow one, that's all.
Okay, thank you, Nas. That's a wrap, guys. Thank you for giving your opinions from chapter 3 to chapter 6. So let's end our discussion with Tasbih Kifara and Sarawak.